Okay, dreamer please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be looking at what you should do with your remaining smart mode currencies. There's only 2 days left to the big update where everything will be removed, so this video will come in very handy. As you can see, I'm going to start off with my smart shop. If you saw just now, I actually began with 91 Terra coins, so I'm going to spend it all on the red item. But here's the thing I want to tell you guys. If you guys are actually low on soul essence, you can actually get the layers and actually sell them for 5,000 soul essence each. I think that will come in very handy for you when you're trying to build your new heroes and even some old heroes. So that is something that you may want to consider. However, if you deem that you already have a good amount of special heroes that you can, rank up to 6 star and then sell them after that, and also get a very healthy income of soul essence, then you may not want to get the layers, but instead you want to focus on the raid items like what I'm doing, because each raid item you get from this smart shop is going to be Ash rank, and for each one you're going to get about 33,000 power-up stones, and that is going to make a very great difference to the amount of things you can upgrade. So that was for Smart Shop. That's just my advice. You may need to get Phoenix or even Light Crystals. That's totally up to you. For Celestial Tower Shop, I'm choosing to focus on elements, because remember, like I said, I do have a lot of special heroes which I want to rank up and sell them for soul essence and 1 million gold. So over here I'm going to prioritize my purchases on elements so that I can actually have enough elements to rank up these extra duplicate special heroes. However, I like to say Celestial Tower Shop is a very important shop because it has a lot of valuable resources such as your gold ore and your fodder. So if you find yourself not being able to get enough 6 star heroes for mythical power ups, etc., you may want to get the 5 to 6 star hero ticket. Or if you find yourself being stuck in your farming, not enough fodder, get the 3 to 6 star hero ticket. I think that is very valuable, and you can get so much fodder from whatever amount of gold crystals you have. If you find yourself lacking in gold, then the gold ore is definitely the one that you want to get, because each legendary gold ore will sell for 1 million gold. So there is a lot of income for you if you do have a lot of gold crystals. However, do note that the cost of the gold crystal is slightly higher, so you may deplete your resources very quickly. Then we come to the raid shop. So over here you see that I do have about 120,000 dragon essence, and I'm going to focus all these on selectors. Okay, use your essence on selectors first. Once you have exhausted all your essences, as you can see now, I'm left with 11,000. I cannot buy anything with essence anymore. I cannot buy any more selectors. Then prioritize your purchases on the first 2 boxes, because it actually gives you 6 star raid items as well as a chance for you to get dragon items. So this is about 8,000 horns or scales higher than the one beside it, okay, which doesn't give you the chance to get dragon items. However, I think it is worth it to gamble and try your luck to get a dragon item. If you do get a dragon item, take note that that can sell for very high amount of power-up stones as well. So I'm just gonna spend it all on the first 2 boxes, as you can see, and it is gonna take a very long time actually. I don't even know if I'm able to finish using up all my dragon shards and my dragon horns and dragon scales, because ultimately I will deplete one of them first, and I foresee that my dragon shards may be depleted first. I'm not too sure. So if my shards are depleted, then what should I do with my remaining dragon horns and dragon scales? I will use them on the 3rd and 4th boxes beside it. The ones that only use horns and the ones that only use scales. Basically, that's it. That's how you actually deplete everything. So what will you get by doing this actually? You will actually get a lot of C grade raid items which you have to sell because it's totally useless. You cannot rank them up anyway. And later on, we will look at the value of these C grade raid items. So for Tartarus shop, I would say the best buy is definitely the Galedas Isabella accessory. However, if you are still pretty new and are progressing in the game and you have a lack of guardian rings, you may want to focus on buying the guardian ring. As far as I know, there is a one-time cheaper option which I have already bought, so it's not appearing here. Okay, you can actually go for that and then proceed to use whatever you have left on the Galedas Isabella accessories or the Willful ring if you need as well. The reason why I'm recommending the Galedas Isabella accessory is because I think it's a very hard chance for you to actually get them. And I know this is just a ticket, so if you think that it's just a ticket and you're not gonna be able to get the one you want, then you may put the idea away and focus on getting other accessories which you need, like evasion and crit damage instead. So then comes the part where you have to do mass collection. So collection is very simple, right? Just do a single click and you get everything. Make sure you do have space in your inventory, otherwise it's gonna be a very troublesome process where you need to go back and forth. So over here, I'm going to choose all my perfect Ash rank items, okay? You can even sell your world boss items, not an issue at all, because it is still going to take a lot to power up the world boss items. However, because I am super stubborn, I'm going to keep some copies of world boss items. I think world boss items are still very rare, so I don't want to sell them yet. I'm going to sell all these perfect rate items instead. So as you can see, selling 15 Ash rank items, I will get about 500,000, near to 500,000 power-up stones already. But of course, since it is now a single currency system, how you spend your power-up stones is going to be very crucial because, you know, there's only one resource now, right? So this actually limits you from the amount of items you can actually upgrade, and you have to think carefully what you really need and what you should upgrade. Otherwise, you'll just be spending power-up stones on items that you may only need once or twice, and I don't think that is very worth it. So basically, this process is going to go on for a very long time if you haven't bought anything. And I think it's quite a nightmare. I kind of regret I should have done this periodically, like maybe every week I'll get something. And before I forget, there is still one more shop that you guys probably are curious about, and that's the World Boss shop. So this is the last we'll see of the World Boss shop. And this is the last we'll see PvE items being so readily available. As you can see, I've already spent pretty much a lot of my World Boss points, and I'm actually going to spend my remaining points on this crab jewel, but don't be like me. You may want to look at getting boss jewels instead, because I think boss jewels are pretty useful, especially the little red ones and the lifesteal. Okay, as much as I would like to recommend you to get the boss items, I think revolutionary items are still okay to get because they take relatively less power-up stones to power up, and once you hit plus 10, you can actually rank them up to world boss items just like this. I think this is one of the best parts of the new item upgrading system. So I hope this video has helped you, and if it did, do give it a like and do subscribe to my channel. We'll have a lot more guides coming when the update hits in 2 days time. Thank you so much and see you.